Greetings, friends, family, members of Our Lady of Lourdes Parish. As most of you know, we are now already in phase 2 of the statewide reopening process. And that means we can begin slowly and carefully to gather for worship right here in our church. Even though this will not be a complete return to normal, it is a good step in the right direction. The bishops of our state have worked together, consulting experts both in Catholic liturgy and in public health. They've developed a set of rules and procedures that will make it possible for us to come together again. For now, we will be able to welcome groups of 50 or fewer people into church to pray our Sunday Mass together. Because that number is so very small, in order to keep things fair, attendance will be by reservation only. We will be using a combination of computer reservations and telephone reservations to fill up our space. You should be receiving instructions soon via email. And if you don't have access to email, please expect a letter or a card in the mail showing you how to reserve a spot. Because we're still in the middle of a pandemic, we are asking people who are particularly vulnerable to illness to just stay home. That means folks over age 65 or anybody who has underlying health conditions that are known to increase your risk. We will also be carefully screening people for any symptoms of COVID-19 and requiring them to stay away if they have even the slightest of symptoms. For the safety of everyone around you, we will be observing strict 6-foot social distancing in the parking lot, in the hallway where you'll be asked to wait as we check people in, and in church throughout our Mass. Again, for everybody's safety, there will be a number of significant changes to our liturgy. There will be no congregational singing, no hand-holding, no exchanging of the sign of peace. We'll be trying to keep the celebration as short as possible to limit the time the crowd spends together in an enclosed space. Everyone in the room will be asked to wear a face covering. But since the bishops have decided that it is not appropriate for the presider to cover his face during a liturgy, I will not be wearing a mask. Now, because of this, I will be expected to maintain 12 feet of distance from all other persons throughout the liturgy. If you come, you will be able at long last to receive communion. But we will be serving you immediately after Mass as you leave, so that I can carefully go wash my hands and put on a face mask so as to keep you safe when you finally approach me to be served your communion. We will, as I said, start slowly, learning as we go, to work our way back up to a full weekend schedule. This Sunday, we will offer a public Mass at 9 o'clock in the morning. After we've more or less figured out what we're doing, we'll add a Saturday evening Mass, then gradually work our way back up to 4 public Masses each weekend. Because of the limited capacity, only 50 people, it looks like it'll be quite a while before we're able to find room for everybody to get to Mass every weekend. Because of this, we will continue to provide our weekend video Masses for as long as they're still needed. Also, please know and rest assured, the Archbishop has extended his dispensation from your Sunday obligation until further notice. So even though it will be wonderful to come to church and it'll be wonderful to see you again, still nobody is required to come in. Gathering together to pray is such an important part of our life as Catholic Christians. I'm delighted that we are finally entering the process of returning to our worship space. But please, be careful. We're doing everything the bishops have asked us to do, both to assure a reverent and prayerful celebration and to limit your risk in this time of pandemic. But all we can do is limit your risk. There's no way to make this completely safe. And I trust the Lord will understand if you decide, for your sake or for the sake of any vulnerable people in your household, to stay home for now. But I'm very much looking forward to seeing some of you in church this Sunday, because praying the Mass really only makes sense when we pray together.